So lately, Sony has been adding PlayStation Portable games on the PS5, and some of them are pretty good. There's Killzone Liberation and Resistance Retribution, but one thing I thought they would have added sooner was games like Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I remember Ratchet and Clank Size Matters being one of the best games on the PlayStation Portable. I remember borrowing my brother's PSP Go and playing that game for literally hours. Now, there's really not a way to play it now unless you still have a PlayStation Portable nowadays, which I don't. So, the only thing I could think of was getting it for the PlayStation 2. I bought this brand spanking new from somebody for like 20 bucks. And luckily, it wasn't a scam, so I got that going for me. One big thing I have to mention, this did not originally come out on the PlayStation 2. It was solely on the PSP. And for some reason, they decided to remaster this game on the PlayStation 2 because people wanted to play it in different ways, on the go or at home, and they remastered it. Also, Insomniac had no part in this. This was High Impact Games. Now, you'd think that the remaster for the PS2 would actually be better than what it is on the PSP, but it didn't turn out to be that positive. While the game does give you a bit more freedom and you can play it on a bigger screen, but apparently it suffered from many unknown glitches that you could probably still come across, but so far I haven't come across any, but wish me luck. Now, I haven't had a bad experience yet, but for some reason, the one thing I do dislike is the cutscenes. The cutscenes were ripped straight from the PSP port, and they just look really bad. I can't say if this is better than the PSP version, but from what other people say, they'd rather want the PSP version more. I can't really remember the differences, it's been so long, but that is why I want Sony to add it onto the PlayStation 5 since they're adding PSP games on there. It would make sense since this is one of Sony's biggest exclusives on their systems.